like that, once again, is on.
And just like that, once again, it's on world. What's up? It's your boy, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Radio Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. Gotta start the show off by saying one time for everyone who rebroadcast the show, one time for WRFG 89.3 FM, one time to Beat Break Radio FM.com. And without you guys, and without you guys' support, and without you reintroducing the listenership to your fan base, then the Ridin Durty Show wouldn't be nothing. Also, gotta say one time for our longtime sponsor, Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Gotta say one time to Dr. Juice Cleanse. Definitely been holding us down for years. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. That's right. A all-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing things for your body, like slow down the aging process, like help you lose up to 25 pounds in just 10 days. Now, you tell me, who don't want to lose 25 pounds in 10 days? Also, they help provide balanced pH levels. They can also do wonders when it comes to diabetes, when it comes to high blood pressure. Dr. Juice Cleanse is like a liquid doctor. I like to say Dr. Juice Cleanse is like changing the oil in your body. Just like a vehicle, your body has to have an oil change from time to time. And Dr. Juice Cleanse is just that mechanism to change and do the amazing things for your body that you need done. So, do me one big favor and visit drjuicecleanse.com and let them know Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you, and start reaping the wonders and the benefits of this great product today. Also, gotta say one time for our brand new sponsor, WMR Music Group. Now, for all you artists out there, you definitely need to know about WMR Music Group. And what WMR Music Group, because I've been all about the music for over 20 years, okay? Now, what WMR Music Group can do for you as an artist is help take your career to the next level. Now, if you're an artist out there and you need to get your career to the next level, this is definitely a company that you need to know. They're an independent record label. They combine their love for music with passion for quality. They cover everything from hip-hop and trap recordings. They capture the finest performances, and they also let you download them while you're playing them from home. All right, do me one big favor and visit WMRmusicgroup.com. Find out more about them. Find out how they can help get your career. I'm sorry, it's WMRmusic.com, not musicgroup.com. WMRmusic.com. Find out how they can help get your career to the next level. They're doing all kind of amazing things for the hip-hop and music culture, business, and generation. All right, today is Tuesday, August the 7th. It's still Leo season. I got a lot of birthdays I gotta definitely let y'all know about. First and foremost, I gotta say happy birthday to Miss Ty Taylor of the group, the Taylor Girls. They've definitely been doing their thing for years. She turns 20 years old today, but she's been doing her thing, and they've been doing their thing since they was about 12. One time for the Taylor Girls, and one time for Miss Ty Taylor. She turns 20 years old today. I also got to say happy birthday to Major League Baseball player, California Angel, Mr. Mike Trout. He turns 27 years old today. Got to say happy birthday to brand new San Antonio Spur, Mr. DeMar DeRozan. He turns 29 years old today, and they're looking for him to have a amazing career. Gotta say happy birthday to actor, comedian, Mr. David Mann. You might know him from Meet the Pains. You might know him from a lot of Tyler Perry ventures. You might know him from The Man Show. But Mr. David Mann turns 52 years old today. Also gotta say happy birthday to Alabama starting quarterback. He was benched during the he was definitely benched during the national championship game. We're going to see what kind of comebacks he made. But happy birthday to Mr. Jalen Hurts. He turns 20 years old today. Hopefully see you on that field, especially all your Alabama fans. Going to definitely be looking for you on that field. Let me see what else we got in birthdays. What else we got going on in birthdays? Who else we got? I don't want to miss anybody. And while I'm still continuing to look for the birthdays, I definitely want to say rest in peace to brand ambassador, marketer, street promoter, manager, Lil Pooh. He was fatally shot and killed yesterday around 2 a.m. in the Bay Area. Also got to say, rest in peace to Dallas rapper Mr. C. Shrugs. He was 32 years old, and he died after an extensive battle with head and neck cancer. The Dallas music scene is definitely going to miss him. Man, I got to say happy birthday to Miss Gangster Boo. Y'all might know her from 3 6 Mafia fame. Got to say happy birthday to her. Got to say happy birthday to ATL rapper Mr. Drew Smith, a.k.a. Drew Smizzle. And last but not least, I got to say happy birthday to film producer, video producer, Mr. Michael Escobar, man. Definitely happy birthday to all you guys. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful day. Enjoying your birthday the way you should. And I got to say again, happy belated birthday to myself. Yesterday was my birthday. So happy birthday to Mr. Vic XL. And I definitely had an awesome day, and I enjoyed myself. And thank you to everybody who took the time to wish me a happy birthday. All right, now, see if I got a little hip-hop news for you guys before I bring our guests on, because you know I love talking to the people, bringing those stories forth. One time for my man Drake, Drake is definitely jumping into the business world. He is trademarking the name God's Plan, and he's trademarking for merchandise, TV shows, and more. So definitely be on the lookout for God's Plan merchandise, a God's Plan television show, possibly. God's Plan everything. So, and I gotta say congratulations to one of the dopest MCs I've ever heard, Miss Jean Grey. She was married over the weekend. So congratulations, Ma, on your marriage. All right, that's it, man. I gave y'all a little news. I gave y'all our sponsor. Definitely gave y'all the birthdays. Now it's time for me to give y'all what I enjoy giving y'all best, and that's giving y'all the guests and the people in the streets who are definitely making things happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ridin Durty Show, Mr., and I might say this wrong, Fidem Beats. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, what's poppin', man?
First of all, is it Fidem or Fidem?
Hey, bro, it's Fidem Beats, but it's all right. It's a Latin derivative meaning truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like truth beats. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Fidem Beats. All right, welcome to the show. I definitely got to start off by saying, what made you decide to create beats, and where are you from?
Yeah, brother. I'm out of the Tri-Cities. That's both Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia. We share state lines, so the state line goes straight down through the city. However, what made me get into beats and everything is it's kind of crazy. It's a long road when it comes to me finding myself as a musician. Back in the day, I was 14, 15. I was in a rock band. You know, we were doing all right, playing shows every couple of months and everything, just trying to get it off the ground as kids, you know. Then we kind of had to split up because their drummer went to college down in Alabama. He was going to be a mathematician or something. So we split up, and me and my boys, we were like, man, we got to do something. And, you know, we were all in love with hip-hop anyway. And we just felt like it was something that we wouldn't be able to do. Because in the area I grew up with, hip-hop's like the minority kind of radio. You know, nobody listens to a lot of hip-hop around here. And we were like, man, it would be like career suicide to try to do something in an area where the demographics so small. We got into that. I started learning to engineer. It was back before the days when, you know, FL Studio and Ableton and Pro Tools was really popping on the PCs. It was before all that, bro. I had like a 6 suitcase get up. You know, 1 suitcase for the mic, the preamps, and the Phantom Tower for the mic, one suitcase for the multi-track mixer, you know what I'm saying? We had it all rigged up. We started rapping, man, and, you know, studying the culture of hip-hop, man. It started doing really well for us. We started playing a lot more shows as a hip-hop group. We went by Young Souls than we ever did in any other genre of music around here. And I thought it was kind of crazy. Over some time, I wanted to learn to better perfect my craft. And, you know, it's hard when you're rapping and you're starting out as a rapper because a lot of people want to criticize your decisions because they don't really feel like you're a musician. They're like, you're not playing music, you're just talking words real fast. So I kind of felt like I had to validate myself as a rap artist. So that's what got me into making beats, because I figured once I started putting musical composition down to where it's full works of art from my mind, I felt like if I could do that one day, then I would have validation to rap on the platform that I chose. You know what I mean?
I definitely understand. What was the transition like from being in a rock band to hip hop? And did you already have a love for hip hop?
Yeah, I was born with a love for, rhythm. I guess I was born right around the era Michael Jackson kind of had his real big fame, and Quincy Jones as his producer for Thriller and, multiple other albums. It's just that funk, bro. That funk took a hold of me. And then I remember going down the road one day, I heard some stuff on the radio by Daft Punk, and even though it was a far swing from anything hip-hop related or pop related, it was just that vibe. And I was like, man, these guys are making music, that don't even sound like country or sound like rock or whatever, so it kind of attracted to me like that when I was younger and everything. When we made the transition from rock to hip-hop, though, it kind of hit me in the face. Just because I learned how to record, session vocals and session instruments while we were in that rock band, because we didn't have a budget, for like studio time when we were kids, you know what I mean? And so I knew some stuff, and some of the people that I was around, they were like, yo, bro, I really want to try to rap on a track. So can you be that vehicle to get me from, just freestyling in my mom's basement or freestyling at all to get me on a track where I can put my stuff online or on YouTube, because YouTube was popping then too, and MySpace was too. And I was like, yeah, I can do that, because it wasn't nothing like recording rock music, you know what I'm saying? And once I recorded 1 or 2 tracks for the boys, I was like, oh my God, this is something I really feel more than I have felt any other kind of music before in my life. So it took a hold of me, you know what I mean?
All right. When you start to, because our producers have a style. As you start to craft and maneuver your style, like who are some of the producers that influenced you and made you want to be the producer you are?
Well, on a mainstream level, because I first started looking up to producers like, Zaytoven and Metro Boomin and Sunny Digital, really because they had that bounce and that vibe, but they had the complexity and their drum patterns. It just made my mind wonder, you know what I mean? But then I fell in love with like that OVO sound radio type of production, the Roy Woods, the Drake, you know what I'm saying?
Right. One time for my man.
Blogtalk Radio.
To start your show now.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
What I did and didn't know, what I had learned, and what I needed to learn. Another big shout out to Desmond Fugate. He got in the studio, sat me down, because I didn't understand sampling for a long time. And he sat me down, he's like, bro, I got you. And he dropped mad nuggets on me, and then I started understanding sampling and stuff, and then I put it all together, and man, that's where I'm at right now.
All right, since you mentioned sampling, but I gotta ask, because sampling, especially in the culture of hip hop, has been around for years. Actually, samples have kept a lot of the old generation artists afloat by the royalties they've got off of sampling. And sometimes sampling is just too expensive for a project, and sometimes people just sample and worry about paying later. What's your personal opinion on sampling when it comes to the restoration of music, when it comes to sound? Just what's your total overall opinion of sampling?
Man, I've never been more happy to answer a question in my life. Because I get that question a whole lot, because I do kind of a 50-50 thing. You know, half the time I from scratch my projects, and half the time I'll get inspired by a sample, I'll chop it up and do my thing to it. However, there's key bits of information dating back to the beginning of hip hop for me. You know, hip hop to me is, I envisioned it, you know, when it came popping in the 80s, DJs found these, you know, vinyl records that were just so dope. They started chopping those records up, and then that became instrumentation for rappers to freestyle on, rappers to get on a track on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like hip hop was born from sampling. We can't forget that. You know what I mean? As much as we want to hate on people that use samples sometimes, and how much we want to, you know, admire whatever group of people we want to admire, you know, I feel like the birth of hip hop kind of came out of samples. Now, there's a right and a wrong way. I feel like, you know, some producers go about it. It's the same way I feel like rappers go about getting their beats, and you know what direction I'm heading in, right? You know, I feel like if the producer reaches out to the musician who created the sample and says, hey, you know, how can I buy the rights to use this sample in my production? I feel like it's completely Gucci, bro. And that's what I do. I use a third-party merchant so I can pay for my samples per sample if I do want to sample something. So the producer that made my samples, you know what I'm saying, they're getting paid. They give me a contract that says this is now your sample to use however you need to. That way I'm covered for ASCAP. That way I'm covered, you know what I'm saying, to collect my royalties off of my stuff, and how they can collect theirs for mechanical splits. That way nobody's getting screwed. Everybody's getting paid in the business model that I'm working on. But when it comes to producers that just steal samples, to me, bro, I've seen producers steal samples from musicians, not pay them, but get real POs whenever an artist steals their beat. And then here I come chiming in with the no BS, and I'm like, yo, bro, well, you realize the sample you used to make that beat from that just got stolen from you, you stole from the original producer who produced the sample, so how you even mad? You know what I mean?
Man, I definitely understand. Have you ever had a time where you reached out to an artist for a sample and they said no because they maybe don't like hip-hop?
Oh, yeah, bro. Like the time I decided I wanted to remake from scratch One More Time by Daft Punk. You can only imagine how trying to get through their email is, and they just never wrote me back. That's the only negative thing I have to say about reaching out to somebody about getting their permission about something. It was only one time, and it's just because they're famous is crap, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I can't reach out and be like, yo, let me get a sample, and they be like, yeah, bro, that's cool. They gonna be like 10 racks, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
All right, how do you feel about the original artists who know you sampled them and they say nothing, but they wait for the record to get huge, then they shut it down?
Well, I haven't had that happen to me yet. Like I said, this whole adventure of mine as a music producer started about 9 months ago after I got out of jail and stuff again. I went to jail. I wound up getting caught up. I got stupid. I was young and dumb. You know, all of us like to play around with things that take the pain away from our life temporarily, and especially if you're a musician, you know, you have a lot of problems balancing show life and, you know, home life and all that kind of stuff. So it's easy to get caught up. You know, it was easy for me to get caught up in, you know, drugs and stuff like that. I went to jail, had to do with it, and I got out and, you know, I got my life back together. I got my freedom from that type of a lifestyle. You know, I was able to get healed from my problems, but it gave me to focus all that attention on. And that's why I started focusing on producing and stuff like that. But I've not had that opportunity yet where a track is blown up. You know, I got a track out that I did with Two-Face Bones. It's got over 100,000 and some streams on YouTube. I don't know what the conversion is. You know what I mean? So that's probably the biggest track I've got right now with another artist. But I made that from scratch. Most of my big tracks that get a lot of traction aren't even sampled tracks. It's from scratch tracks.
All right, that's definitely what's up. That's definitely what's up. So, how do you feel about? All right, because you know there are a lot of artists out here. When we talk about samples and people not going through the proper channels of clearing samples. How do you feel about the artists who, you know, there are a lot of production sites where people can go check your beats out, or a lot of people put beats on YouTube and people take the beats, rap over them, and a lot of times they become huge hits and they don't compensate the producer. Or you have people who might create mixtapes and never compensate the producer. Like, how do you feel about situations like that?
Right. I feel you 100%. And I know a lot of producers aren't really going to feel what I'm about to say, but it's just what I've come to learn. I feel like it's the producer's fault if that happens. And here's why. My marketing model on how I'm marketing my beats, I'm hoping people steal my beats. I love it when I find another track of mine on YouTube that I did not sell a beat for, because I've got 3 different companies I pay that are able to scan YouTube every single minute of every single day, and along with AudioMax, SoundCloud, all the other, you know, free song sites, DatPiff, Spinrilla, My Mixtapes, all of that. They're able to scan that, and for every stream that has been streamed from a channel, from a person that I have not whitelisted through my software, I get paid for it. You feel me? And it gives me even as far as the ability to have that video or that song ripped off the internet if I wanted to. But why would I want to when I could slap an ad on their content, you know what I'm saying, and monetize off of that? So for us as producers, yeah, I understand we need to protect our beats and stuff like that. But there's a whole new way with the way technology has moved this past year to protect yourself, to make sure you're getting your money. But now, getting your money is changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those producers, though, too, that relies on online beat sales as well as in-person collaborative works for me to obtain money. That helps me suffice, that helps me build my monthly living expenses.
Okay, so in doing beats for right under a year, it seems like you definitely have your business model intact, and having your business model intact is one of the main ingredients to being successful in this industry. How have you become so business savvy so fast?
Well, like I told you, I was talking about me going to jail a little bit ago. After I got out of jail, I wound up in this program, man. It's called Drug Court. And it was all about building a system for yourself mentally to where you are filling your time up with so much that you don't have time to even sit down and think about, yo, what am I about to do right now? Do I really need that blunt right now? You know what I'm saying? It gave me this different perspective to where if I was to stay busy, I could accomplish a whole lot. So what I started doing is I just started researching different things that I did not comprehend, like PROs. That's important. Being associated with a public rights organization is how you're able to collect all your mechanical and sync license royalties if you get your stuff lined up with them to where your information is right. You submit all of your tracks and your information to them. I also learned about like stream licensing, like YouTube content ID. It's almost like every day I wanted to wake up and research something I had no clue about, because I feel like Warren Buffett, one of the most wealthiest investors of our time in general, he always says to diversify your investment. And every single day we have new websites born. Every single day we have new platforms born to where we as artists, we as producers, we can get our content heard. We can get our content seen to where we're able to make money. We no longer have to work a 9-to-5 job for this modern day slavery system to sustain sustainable income. We can do this legally without hustling, without any of that crap. You know what I'm saying? By simply doing what we're good at. so I felt like I was going to short myself if I didn't wake up every morning and try to watch a video on YouTube or something of something new I didn't comprehend about the music industry. So that's kind of what gave my mind this ability.
Okay, man, that's definitely dope. Now, being away from your family, being incarcerated, how are you able to get out, hit the ground running, but also regain the faith of your family? Because, you know, being in the music industry, there's a lot of pitfalls, a lot of temptation, a lot of excess to excess. How were you able to make them feel comfortable and you still continuing to pursue the music career?
That's a lot easier said than done, man. That actually took about 2 years of solid work. That took me day after day of being there for my family, and you know, just apologizing and, you know, showing them I was a different person, and, you know, even giving them drug test results if it would come down to that. It took a whole lot for me to regain that trust, regain that love, because we don't understand sometimes in addiction, we become extremely selfish. We don't understand that we do a lot of things that's kind of messed up. And it's hard for people to come back and forgive you after that. I had to come out of jail, and I came out of jail thinking, man, I got to find a way to be cool with nobody ever forgiving me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I was like, I've got to be me. I've got to do me, focus on me, get my mind right after that. I had to come out of jail, and I came out of jail what I can do to pick up where I left off before I got incarcerated, and then I'll try to rebuild my family. But luckily, after, you know, month after month of all of the programs I was in, my family, you know, wound up coming around and seeing me for the person I was now instead of the person that I used to be. And I guess that's where the faith was built from, is that, you know, just them watching me work instead of me telling them about it.
90 seconds.
Reaction. They didn't want to hear about it.
Okay. So, before we close this out, you just launched your own independent label. You got a distribution deal intact. Tell me a little bit about your distribution deal, and tell me a little bit about your label and what you're actually looking for.
All right, brother. Yeah, for sure. By all means, I got blessed. It was one of them God things. I guess he sent Brian to me. We was both on
60 seconds.
Online forum, just looking at music, and an indie group posted something on Facebook, and he wound up adding me on Facebook. He was like, yo, I like your vibe. You know, I'm part of this label, the Vic XL out of Canada, and I'm just now getting ready to start a label. They were going by Infinite Elements, and I would love to have you release the first single on this label. And they were like, they gave me links to check out all this stuff. And the Visit North is a really reputable EDM label in Canada right now. They do a lot of big stuff. Chad Hardcastle, he just played one of the biggest festivals that Martin Garrix headlined in Calgary. That was the day before yesterday. I mean, they're doing really big music placements in the EDM world, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm
10 seconds.
And he told me anytime I wanted to drop singles through his platform, he had me, and by all means, he does. But he gave me kind of the platform and the knowledge, and by mentoring me a bit on how I could go about starting my own label, making sure my artists get paid, and how I can put people on, because he was like, bro, you're a music producer, your beats are on point now. It's not like you have a lot more to learn. And I'm like, bro, I'm learning every day. He was like, but if you start getting people on your beats and start releasing that music and distributing that for them, getting them placements and getting them paid, you're going to build an empire. So that's kind of what I did. It's kind of something that I've learned from, you know, what God gave me by that ability to meet Brian. And, you know, we're releasing the label under Fidem Beats because it's such a broad horizon that we can cover. I'm looking for artists that are conscious rappers. You know, it's a term I use a lot. I consider conscious rap, you know, people that are rapping and writing songs about stuff that people can relate to consciously, things that we're thinking about. You know what I mean? Whether it be the struggle, something like Ace Hood, whether it be, you know, grinding, you know, something like Jeezy, or whether it be you know, something like Mac. Shout out Mac Miller, that dope ass new album he just dropped. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Conscious rap is where I feel like people can feel you. And they can feel you on a deep emotional level. And that's what I'm looking for. I got my first artist, Avoid King. Shout out you, bro. He is doing massive things with being able to convey imagery from his mind into your mind as you listen through the speakers what he is saying. There's very few artists nowadays that can convey messages and turn those into paintings in your head for me. I don't hear it a lot no more. So that's what I'm looking for, brother.
All right, now, in saying what you're looking for, I just had some people on my Facebook Live ask for your info. Look, give out all your info. I just tagged your website, but give out all your info, whether it's social media, websites, where artists can check out beats, or artists can possibly submit something to you and potentially secure a situation to where maybe they can join your label or be distributed by you guys.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You can find me on literally any website by searching Fidem Beats. It's FIDEM BEATS. Or you can go to my website. On my website, you can find my personal beat catalog. That's FidemBeats.com if you're just looking for beats. But if you want to submit your music to me so we can review your music and see if we like it, we'll do we'll do anything for you. Even if we don't like your music, I swear we'll help you out in some way, shape, or form. If you need help marketing, if you need help learning how to engineer a little better, I got you. I'm all about helping people because a million people help me. You can send me an email at fidembeats@gmail.com and I got you. But for real, yeah, my handle is at Fidem Beats. It's real simple to find me. I try to keep my brand easy to find because you don't like confusing people. You know, you go to McDonald's and you want a McDouble, you got to say, I want a McDouble. It's not cool that you're going to have to say, I need a McTriple with the extra sauce just to get what you're trying to look for. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt. So, before we end this interview, because our time is up, you gave me a dope beat that I'm about to drop. Tell us a little bit about this beat and we're going to let it ride out.
Yeah, bro, I poured my heart and soul in this one night, man. It's one of those special ones, though, because I have beats that take me a long time to produce, and I have beats that take me a short amount of time to produce. But beautifully, this was one of those ones that it was like 30 minutes. I had the beat structured, laid out, all the melodies and stuff, and then I went in and mastered it the next day just to make sure I had that mental clarity. I can't wait to let the listeners hear this, man. You on point. I appreciate the love. It's an honor being on here with you and everything.
Look, I got a quick question. Has anyone recorded on this beat yet?
No, not yet. This is a fresh beat, bro. I've got people lined up to record later this evening, and I'm on my way to the studio right now. Shout out Tone one more time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this beat's clean. If any of your listeners feels this, by all means, it's available on the website too. You can check that out and just keep the vibe alive, bro.
All right, my question is this. Do you have any issues with me later posting this beat and telling people, hey, I got a producer, he wants to hear your best 16 or something on this beat, and then I send it back to you, like if I create a contest over this beat?
Yeah, let's get that ripping and rolling, bro. Me and you can talk about that in an email. That's cool, man. Go ahead and do what you do, and we'll get that fired up. I love reaching out and getting people hyped up to get on a new project, man. This is right up my alley. I appreciate the love on that, for real.
All right, Mr. Fidem Beats, definitely thank you for your time. We're going to talk more, continued success. And my brother, I got to say, you have been one of my most well-spoken guests of 2018. Dude, definitely keep up the good work, and you sound like an excellent guy to work with.
Hey, I appreciate that mad love, man. You're doing your thing real big. I respect your hustle, homie.
Peace. So, yo, that was my man Fidem Beats. Just got a brand new distribution deal. So I think what we're gonna do here, right here on Ridin Durty, I'm gonna take a chance. I haven't done this in a long time. Just if you're interested in dropping 16 on this beat, and then I submit it to the label, hey, who knows what might happen. But Fidem Beats, they're definitely looking for artists. Got a distribution deal based out of Canada with one of the largest EDM distributors in Canada. They're looking to branch out into hip-hop, trap, whatever's going on. So I will drop this beat on my Facebook page, or maybe I'll just put something up, and if you're interested, I'll send you the beat. The beat's a little different. I'm not necessarily a rapper, so I don't know what y'all can do with the beat. But hey, maybe you can spit something on it and get Fidem Beats and the crew interested in putting out something with you. Because that's what we do right here on Ridin Durty, man. We try to give back to the people. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for conscious artists. Conscious artists who are definitely talking about something. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there. Me and my brother Sharjit was talking about that last night. So conscious people, get together, man. The beat's a little different, but I'm not an artist. I don't rhyme. I can shimmy on it though. Fidem Beats, man. I just put the website on my Facebook page. My man got a lot of beats on his Facebook page. They're listed through Spotify. One time for Dr. Juice Cleanse. One time for WMR Music Group. Our brand new sponsor. PR company. Definitely help take you artists to the next level. It's your boy Vic XL. WRFG 89.3 FM. BeatBreakRadioFM.com. Check us out on SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Spreaker, iTunes, 8 tracks. Anywhere you stream, just type in the words Ridin Durty Radio, and we're right there in your face. Now, I do understand today, I did have a little technical difficulty. We're having like a major, some type of storm, and it knocked out something. So my sound quality might not be what it normally be, but bear with me. We'll be back right next show. Promise you. But one monkey don't stop no show, so we kept the party going. Let the beat ride out. Y'all want me to spit something? It's your boy, Vic XL. Yesterday was my birthday. That right. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I gotta go say what's up to my third shift crew. What's up to all my third shift crews out there? I gotta say what's up to my beautiful, lovely, my rock, my lovely wife, Maria. Love you. One time for my whole Topan third shift crew. My man Sharjit. My man Master P. Percy. Mopar Matt. Big Face Timmy. Sean the Dawn. Alright? Man, we up out of here, man. I see y'all the next time I see y'all. Your boy Vic XL, man. One love. Hey, you know what? Hug somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hug somebody. Show somebody some love. Your boy Vic XL. We'll be back sooner than you think. Deuces. WMR Music Group. Dr. Juice Cleanse. Support those people. Peace.